All right, Bright, we've been working on rotating our front leg forward versus opening up. We obviously don't have the stripe of the mat like we do in the original video on the left. But if I use our marker here and to the best of my ability, I kind of recreate the path in which it is over here in that part of the shoe. We can see that that stride is still opening up on us ever so slightly, which isn't the biggest deal because it's not necessarily impacting our front shoulder, but we may want to continue to work on getting that more towards the target to help us produce more power. Because how we are finishing this throw, finish of this throw is just, I don't understand what's going on here and why it's not doing what it was doing before in at least some manner, coming around, versus this like stepping forward, which is very weird. We're rotating to throw. We're rotating those hips to throw. We're rotating that back foot to throw. So if everything is rotating to throw, we should continue to rotate things around. But instead, we just step forward. It's very strange. So we need to work on that. Mechanical drills playlist. Finishing my pitch. Hoover, we're talking about and working on these last 3 months since mid-November, getting momentum earlier in your delivery. So we got your side views synced up here to the moment of release. Old video on the left, new video on the right. And we're going to notice that everything looks identical. The only difference is we're not necessarily tilting back as much, I guess you could say. But we still have not applied the three-phase drill of gaining momentum during my leg lift, gaining ground towards the target during my leg lift, because the leg is up, the leg is down, my body is down, and now I'm just going to go forward. So if we want to be able to produce more power, throw harder with less effort, we got to really commit to that drill and learn how to get that body going forward in the leg lift. We also got to finish our glove. We can't just take it from here and let it swoop down here and send energy down there. There goes the head, and there goes all of our energy. And all of our energy needs to be going straight forward. Yours is going over here, taking away velocity from a delivery that's already having velocity taken away from. Same, we've been working on getting momentum going towards the target earlier. And what we're going to notice with these side-by-sides, our old is on the left. Wrong button. Old is on the left. New is on the right. If I back that up, we're going to notice that the leg lift goes up. your body goes down and you have not gone anywhere still. We draw this line here to help represent that. You go up and down, butt goes out, ear goes backwards, and now I'm finally going forward. So if we want to throw hard, and if we want to do that without having to work hard, we need to get energy going forward. So we need to really commit to our how to gain ground during our leg lift drill, stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3, and start applying that to our different throwing drills so that way we can see some progress on the mound. We've been working on for the last 3 months getting momentum earlier in our delivery on the way up with the leg lift, the body going forward. So we got our old video on the left and the new video on the right, and we're going to notice the leg goes up, leg goes down, body goes down, and now body goes forward. So we bring that back to the beginning and we draw that line to help us see forward progression. And leg is up, leg is down, body is down, and now we're finally going forward. So if we want to throw hard and not have to work hard to do that, we really need to commit to our drill of gaining ground during our leg lift, stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. And then we need to commit to the different throwing drills that go with that. That way we can carry that progress over to the mound. Working on loading our hand with the elbow. And what we're going to notice with our old video and our new video is that in our new video, we have gone in a completely different direction than the old video, but nowhere near the direction we wanted it to go. So if we just kind of watch these side by sides for you to kind of see how just drastically different everything is. I'll take that back and let you watch it one more time in slow motion before I'll slow it down even more. But if we watch right here, we're already different, right? The hand is no longer getting above the elbow. And now the elbow is above the shoulder. And the hand is still just even with the shoulder. And now your heel is in the ground. And the hand now has to come up. And because we've been so late to get there, everything now is getting laid back way behind you. This is not good for our arms' health. And we're throwing this baseball now with our elbow. And it'll be interesting to see when we get to the front view. But it looks like your elbow is lower than your shoulder right now. So I'm not sure what we've been doing to get here. But we need to very much reassess what we're doing, because this is not the direction we want to be going with his arm in terms of our arm's health. Yeah, I mean, here's release, and there's bottom elbow, top shoulder, so like armpit. Boy, are we ever close. Working on getting that arm loaded to a good, strong, healthy position. So with the old video on the left and the new video on the right, we'll notice at that moment that that front foot gets into the ground, and that's when we need that arm to be loaded up in that good, strong position, which goes from shoulder to elbow to hand, and we can see that elbow is still in its low position. Has it gotten up a little bit from where it was? Maybe we could say that. Maybe it's a bit higher, but we need it to get significantly more up still. Just so that way we don't keep having to rotate this body, this upper body of ours, and get this elbow in a good position. So we need to keep working our drills at even more exaggerated rates than you think you need to be at. If you think you only need to be up to here, we need to actually be up to here. So that way our results can get higher up to there. So getting our foot down first and then rotating, so that way we have that upper lower half separation or the hip shoulder separation, helping us create velocity and reduce stress on the arm. So when that front foot gets in the ground, foot in the ground, we can see that that upper body has already come through, just like the original video. So if we want to make a jump in velocity and we want to reduce stress on our arm while being able to throw more accurately, more consistently, we need to continue to work keeping the upper body back while the lower body does its thing. Once the front foot hits the ground, then we can release those shoulders. So all those upper lower half separation drills on the Mechanical Drills playlist on the YouTube page are the drills that we need to commit our time to at home. Grayson, I know it kind of flashed quick. Let me back that up for us. Talking about getting that elbow up, right? The elbow gets up, but then when you go to throw, it drops down by your ribs. So we got your old video on the left with your new video on the right. I do like that we're starting with the hands more relaxed, and then we bring them up to there. That's very cool. That's a good adjustment to make. But what we're going to see now is as that foot gets into the ground, that elbow is dropping down. Everything is in a fantastic position right here. Everything is great with our arms. We need to find a way to keep them there and not have the elbow drop down. Because now the elbow's got to find a way to get back up. And the only way your elbow knows how to get back up is by yanking that head off to the side and pulling energy off to the side instead of letting all the energy flow forward towards our target. So when we get this front view synced up with it, we can see it from that other perspective of that elbow being low. So now that head's got to rip off to the side, that shoulder's got to rip off to the side. And now energy is no longer going forward as we rotate. It's going off to the side as we rotate, which now as that ball comes out of our hand, we're going to see just how hard we're working to not have our hand be underneath the baseball, because so much of our body is going over here that's just the arrangement that our wrist naturally gets into. When our body gets peeled off to first base, the hand scoops underneath the baseball, making it harder for us to throw strikes, and the pitcher's not going to be as hard. So if we're looking to make a jump in our command and being able to throw harder, we got to work on keeping this elbow up.